Maite tal kawaida yao. So tunasipia tukumetinga kia. Are you okay?
Nje? Asiki.
Terreishi konyoru show.
No, ena.
Ito akominga kingi kiaba. Maite katonga ko track.
Ena tato kanso waka mambi. Ekero tuwaga mbete. Maite esimi timaitinga kiobegete esimi. Ko wakira. Esimi njere getembe.
Yago broget.
Abroget. No. Ekero tuwaga mbete.
Anyway.
James. Agante ngamate Jumatano gose. Tuesday. Por Tuesday ngabeko mukutana kiaye ko ta confirm it. Amako ndikire message mutuko.
Naga ingojo.
No maite mambe saa 2. Koma tata watu mukutano mambi ore sereni saa 2 na kingokora. So na te yo muntu 7:30 ne karakari bwangu. Na akori 8:10 na ake expressway nacha.
Karibu. Ndo mimi ndi kwa rasa watu mgiranga.
Ere muriro. Ere hot. Ndocha mungana hot.
No, it is very bad.
I like that.
That's when I look over gear you safe.
Injata.
Ndi kwa rasa watu mgiranga. I saw you yesterday. You are also
so na rueto. You see, let me tell you. No, na elindiri. Na rueto Saturday.
Oh.
You see, let me tell you. Inje chito pikitiana na wachiko ba hot yo. Nkwane ti nkwana. It is usually very dangerous. Na lakini ari riba koliro riba poire. Wonzipi. Hayo lakini Osoro maetembuya. Lakini Osoro nkaro na wako chwate. Osoro nkaro.
Anyway, karibu sana.
Asante.
Karibu sana Segesa.
Ngero kikubate.
Happy to see you. No. Vinto.
Egia Timothy.
Vinto mbiwa ati muchando nsembiere kusimbiere.
Egia
usimbiere mbiyore.
Embeotore.
The last time tu alingina yega.
Embeotore.
Gate na embeore. Nga yogo kwana utu na to kuigwete baka America mochokoro. Etore baka.
Embeotore bonega.
We're live on Facebook, YouTube and everywhere. So karibu.
Asante sana.
Wani yango gusi.
Aba gusi wa kirebia bia mono sana. Mwako moja tu achakire bia.
Tuachakire mwako baadaye ngekuwa chako mwaka.
Mwako etu achaka Bosongo ki state lodge.
Yes.
Toka sababu ya toka kora the
following. I guess kwa wata list ya bantu bata chikina bata chikiri.
Kiagero maeto go chikiri.
Kwa reko o check list.
Abano hinere asiane. Inje na reko kulika invitation and it's normal. Na wanyane state functions ejichia serikali. Nairobi ga. Abantu ba serikali na abantu kwani ngokubachika. Usenje ngosoke maruba. Ya tu akolere ko jamhuri abantu bakayana ku state house. Sabantu obviously anaba pika maruba ko. And of course others from other departments, but a good number of them back were invited through my office.
Okay. So it was in order.
It was in order. That is now what whipping is about.
You whip the community and members of parliament?
Everybody.
Yeah.
Okay. I whip within government. Well, no. Riliona to this function kuna chia national. Want to work on the state luncheon. Nini. I have a few invitations to make.
Okay. So you invited people to Kisi State Lodge. Koroko mwaka.
To invited abantu. We tried to balance across the sectoral divides. Count governments, list yabantemia, both Kisi and Nyamira, then professionals, different angles, wakaegwa. Abana biashara be town, abara border and so many other sectors. Abara ibechi kanisa, mesikiti. So that tobe naba bunga bono kero mutakatuara mabaga. So that tobe well represented across. And because of my state lodge nenke, there is no way kwa goja ko my state lodge elite you nto gweta na banteri. It's not possible. So olio chiete na so ete. Olio tachieti kwa better represented, and that is how life is. That is how life.
But oba chiket pata chete.
I don't remember because there are so many. I didn't even notice. Yani bako oyo tajete mundu ta kumanyanga oyo tajete.
How come you notice na ro tajete otachigeto?
Okabana kwanete. Ma tonyandiria kwanete, onyandiria ta kwanten onde yoro goje ko notice. Lakini ya kwanete ngoma yatenje tiniko enda state lodge. nakomininga ke ekadi yago ere agreement tinda konyora simi nana mundu tare gosoa maria tabwati kadi yago ere agreement tinda koa lakini lazima ngoja kokona naregendere members by community kwanza kiara na kagetenga barai by evening ingo chaka kuchirikichi kadi 3-4 there about wana limo takomboli kadi yanenga jire nalia babunge bare komboli yanenga jire wono oko ndigina makuligie yago ase egari yaneme
I thought now you what the whip then what nkito kuligari
wono kwabere whipped informally because normally tengo mo hango jare wono yende formality yo gweta geita etagete kadi.
Okay.
Yes.
By the way, complaint is in Jarengo. A plan President Ruto go spend New Year's Eve usinja banget mapema.
Yeah. Mugambe William Ruto no monto or very aggressive. Na bako kote na ako nga aggressive yon tenga mamingo chanda South Magrango. He is that way. Because they are very, very aggressive. I mean, tumbira ko banga mapema, mbiri atari ko banga bona ya renge. Ata yete kwenda kuigurira Mombasa. So, ntuchiete kumukwania, I think 23rd. Abarai bonsi, bagusimba rengo, ababunge na senators. Bonsi pi, onte yotachete. Tukagenda kumukwania. Aga tukakwana. Nkameki a comment nche. Liribona mkwena na tuakwanire mangana ande tebinga mangana na kito bangete gocho mwakoyo ngike gocho kubikwe budget for this particular financial year ene bintu ne bikira mbono chi budget tikorosibwa ngama ko matebi mugambe nake atenga bono nto kuona budget bono iga tia to kuona budget mid January kigara na budget iko cha korosibwa 31st January atenga bono iga enga kiene nto enda details mono because ngui karanza tore naende by 31st January die budget ya korosi kutobeke bintu to nari na amoboli ngomugambe ngakirende to gocha gusi wigoro na no mwakora lazima ene Mombasa agaseka. It was just a comment, by the way. 27th kinde nkoire familia ne ntore airport ali wakesi 26 the airport ngocha kide Fabio ere hau ngoma ito Osoro ngochande kusinu banga, and that is it. So but it was a success. That should not be an issue. Umuntu wako igoro mwakandonsi mbali bayigorete mwabo nyumba na abana babo mbali bayigorete mwaka kanisa ime bande baime bande para igoro bande nchira. So it doesn't really matter. We thank God to tamboka tuenzi mwaka bia wana otura nesa nomia.
So monyete abantu mbao oli ga sana ngino mochere mwachite kulia abandi bako bangwa. Actually that same week it was before this following week. Was it after second or third?
Yeah.
The president was in Migori for a tournament for the cultural festival.
Gusimu what the cultural festival?
What did you plan in?
No, the cultural festival ko bangone county government.
No, but in Urende what
the issue argoja, it is as I've said, issue argoja no kuigoro mwaka, and that was it. About 5 months ago na chita mangana development kaigore cancer center ali tuachina dekorata the following day, and other things that he did across the constituency. That is a developmental tour. There is a time and season for everything. Ntobugate season yoko ande kanisa morai liliago che kanisa tucha kukumana ngaki che kanisa ga lakini maambi ayo genda kuigure para segete ditkulia uri kuigure para ngocha lire. The occasion, that point was yoko kuigure mwaka. No kuigure mwaka happens across na bara gocha kuigure mwaka Mombasa the following day agenda Kisumu. There is nothing wrong with that because that is the program. Kirimo na what the program yae oko ende kanisa kuigoro mwaka the following day kwa na mugondo. It is just a program. The program that was there ne kuigoro mwaka bali ma denga no machero toje kuri. It's okay ntu aragirete. I mean really na kitogoso ntu aragera. It is not a problem. It is the occasion yo mochere. It is the occasion ya yoko waka ebinte biga kiru fireworks. It is that occasion, and you can't complain. And in fact, given an opportunity, you know, just antagonistic. Because so what? No lazima tu alikuja kulio mochere. No tuarangeri mwaka occasion yo kuiguru mwaka na gatenga na gwakira nsambu ya muno. That was the only occasion as it were. A president ya Kenya has power gosinabwate obligation yo tara Kenya ngima anywhere. Na bako iguru mwaka anywhere. He chose Kisi kuiguru mwaka. And that is the occasion he gave us. Last year, by the way, he chose the occasion you kuigura Nakuru, and the following day immediately kira korete kuigura occasion Nakuru. Tarehe 2. Meru arenge. We'll go for another meeting, projecting now. It is an occasion. What Kenyans for now other occasions whatever Western Migori Kisumu na Korete, but you can't complain. In fact, let me shock you. The following day, very following day, Kagere function here got Western Maragova. I'm bored in a Osoro. Occasion day mo gata na hende ngawa gusi mopira go something kamate ntugati kenda bona yae egabidi ero manyana atenga bono tiange nendate e kansa sente kwa gachwa
ego president ya bwa plan
that morning ya bwa arenge free ko host ko bera 90 baka saa 7 that morning saa 8 abwa plan yoko genda Western ko saa 1 baka saa 7 mopira kegero ria Western ni mopira olengo Kakamega konyo no ariganetwe arolinga gento yani none of you ga obwata na mupira ko sekena badenga ya ntubwate aga sawa tia barongende Western because that morning o might take go ikuiro mwaka morosonoro. I think he woke up early than expected. Hanga bono e function imbugate next ya Western saa 8 saa 7:30 saa 8 you go between now and saa 7:30. I am available for you guys.
Ngwara konte mbanga ngendo bonjale for the purpose of clarity. Was Senator Nyonga invited kwende yakisi
abantu babete invited na bange. The truth of the matter is chikade chia kera bara ibako ba invited chikade chigutu mobisiane anywhere anonye ni just state house. So abagambe bago pick bo kabago chaba pick ku obisiane. Oyo ta pigeti iko kadi timanyeti go
na pigeti because no manya tan mogen
ta pigeti kadi ta cheti go pick na ande konya tinda yiki
invite ya njare ngo
I don't mai chira ngiti nyingi igo ya ringa
you have abara inteni obwate kurukusi
chikadi ya chia
besi kana bokono singa donyo chira
wono tianga
barongo chire
nyakundi chikadi ya chia ringa eribu donya ka gweta aribu go se mayaka go se onchoke go se onde bwensi example nkurwa nkoyana na aligie kadi kiagere chigo cha chionsi yamunjiri
ko kala marieta
na aligie kadi na kwa kiagere chiri chinyinge eribu wono dirigwa chire linkurikia Senator Nyoka tache tigo tiri kurikia nkagirete no yarenge go se njarengo
totomanyeti
timanyeti disoneka
tomanye denga bagora ibagu sibonsi mbache ke state lodge
anje timanyeti bono oyo orengo na ero aitwe kadi oyo pigetie kadi dero bono aki ngakinkomanya astikadi eribu
so go gange to go
just kadi yokana aroche by the way and this is because ya bige tuigoro no yo mugavana nkamurigia agandenis kare and that is why I sent an apology on his behalf.
You couldn't stress kadi ya senator
Maite, I was very busy. I was very busy. We are making our fuse out of nothing. I was very busy issuing cards.
No, because the reason is this. We understand the senator was invited and he declined.
No, he wasn't. He wasn't. You know, invitation, I could get a card. Okay, he had no card.
So he was not invited?
Yes.
We made progress.
Yes.
Enege sa familia kanisa na beri chat gari juma kura ga chinsa isa to chamambia.
And you know, when I had, that is why I made a comment, when I had Kagata Yangoma Itobe invited or declined, what I expected next, no display a card. otenge kadi na aliganigwe na decline. Yes, for state functions, every person needs a card, including me, including whoever. Why? Any state, any president. In fact, chikadi okoli kerua, arafu elieteri yago as leaders, liabe kwa sino na neme asoko ikaranza. There is usually order. Turibu saigo, ora embarrass a president elieteri ya uribe kwa se keroko high table galia, arafu to ikaranza keroko kebemti. It is not practical, especially for leaders. In fact, leaders is na more wako ya kuchikadi kubuga raia. Because asoko ikaranza, ali keroko elieteri yao. So it's embarrassing when you don't sit in that place. Lakini bono tienda kubuli Nyakundi. We want and we do not want. In fact, I can do 23rd. Karon days it issue yo mugambi go cha State Lodge. The second person who seconded me is Senator Onyonga. Mugambi karibu ko cha nini nebindo nebyo. He said that. He didn't say why would we be playing populism politics? At one point na to no murai to ikaranza to akwana to aragira muaya State Lodge to agosolia to abere ne baka saa 4 saa 5 na amatenga ninjugusi kwa second what umugambe ga kinjugusi. That is very good. At another point we are playing populism politics or talking go Facebook or talking go kira asenga bona anayo musacha. You know, we can't be activists and at one point I want to amwire ko hold a shield ya Kenya ngima wakekero Nyakundi. Sometimes we need to ask ourselves this very pertinent question no mugusi and they allow me to ask it. Bantu bari ko pinga chikura amene bari ko pinga bari ko pingana na Ruto mbali to sinyaine babwatana na bari basinyaine na bari bantu wa Western na bantu ba Nyanza na uba mweta chikura jingapi na uba mwangete mono na uba maite ko pinga mono na aba Mombasa na aba Kiraze, but they know the right timing yogo pinga. They know the right timing bono iga to call it into bono chingu bachiaba Kenya when Western eko muembrace bono iga because a system ya itumne Kenya in a sense that abara ibense na uba kwa mono budget allocation. System na wachirego. That is why when Uhuru was there, people had to be close to him. Egerevin to be able to solve. Western bono iga ni to bono kurwa se Kenya ngima. As a Kenya ni to kuya rocking into opposition. Look at the Western bono iga kwa jaba Moisonde. In fact, they are Western for 5 good days. Why? They embrace mbama at the right time yogo pinga. They know the right time yogo pinga because whether we like it or not, to tu menze to charoke to onjoke monto imogetie Bible akatangaza umwe president ya Kenya William Ruto omwange to mwancha. That is how life is. Abantu ba luo Nyanza
okotebanga issues sabara yete bakore sinchu atinguru.
I do not know what issues have been raised, but I'm talking about development. I'm not talking about issues. I'm talking about development.
No,
embracing.
Senator Nyonga go teba decline gocha. It was saying among an abduction ya beire. Governor still here. Having to mirror with work. I mean, can besides what we read in social media and news and everything, inchino murai koru South Mugrango koru Gusi tingo kira nyorengo mugusi o abaira affected na serikali tingo kira area ya barai ba abana oba abera abducted mbabwa barai barumba maiti channels bago chikuirwa ne abantu baba no mujumbo South Mugrango so no mujumbo the National Assembly
injino mujumbo South Mugrango ngo ikaranza National Assembly
until
such a time
na yo cover site ya serikali
and good
kwa niaba ya bantu wa South Mugrango
fantastic na kwa niaba ya bantu bararia
wa South Mugrango
fantastic.
That one does not stop you cover site
no
abantu from other regions
ntoya kora ngani tuyes to kukuira bantu bande. Let me tell you, every region has a leader. Every region. Omontabe abducted it is true because those stories we read. Abe abducted in Embu, abe abducted in Nyeri, abe abducted. My friend, until the leaders by area you ba kena bokate mugano into toko soma social media go se to igwiredi na wabwate the real mugano until bakwane bamako toligi to support like anytime we need anything in parliament nje nkoligi support yabantu bonzi babunge bande watenga gusiga mechande yane yabeire monkonye lakini tingo chaka watenga nje yeso ngochikukwira bande ngabono because again tugetenkia be tena akuru again gusiyo no development yiruta koreta agenda kuchiari again tugetenkia be te Mombasa. Can't we ask ourselves this question? Babo jo hoba ari kupinga Ruto mono nkieke no mbona abantu kote baro maite no era ira ko ngaina Ruto nini good osetiga mo ngaina lakini abantu baya baranyora magendero. Why do we want to be into yeso onye kako mo ngaina onye bataito ko mutama osetiga bono baranyora magendero nero go kamo bono tianda ko bolinya kundi igo bono tweminje to ango mo gako yo nje bono mnande
tomotebie kene de kweminja
tiga kene kentoki onye kene ki because it is a story I read. Let me ask you, sometimes nko igona maite Osoro na era gotogi Ruto osinchina na muligere chikura so ntike midway bono igancha ka kumupinga arafu ndusigwe kero arafu kentoki monga akere chingo bi Facebook.
So it's not about it's about you,
my friend. Life is about you first then others. Mo ndota ko ngainanga ose na arigitie ku maite nto ekoraba yanga nganjo maite ngokwera bande boss no ne biroge bitogutwara munanje bonekere gombugate obisi gari erigeta abantu 20 kirego kiane. Sometimes I should be selfless indengere ngaki kende kira sarikaga abantu abatu ngai bakoragiria banakuru. It is not about us. That is why no nege ndekena kwa tegete mudubosire. You are given a chairman
we'll
position.
Come to that. That one is a very
you are given a chairman position in a parastatal. You've got 5 billion shillings every year. You are the chairman.
And
it is
non-executive, what does it mean?
That's a legal term. And that's why Pengine could have consulted.
Idakana mirongo bene ya mwegoro chinsa isatu chabono mambia endegesa FM rubo Silvanus Osoro nero mwenito asemambia bono emegesa FM. So tigangende se page yao ya Facebook. Kenya is blessed with great minds and sons and daughters of the soil willing to serve our beautiful country in various capacities if when given a chance. Declining a chance given to you to serve your country is never a sign of heroism, but an act of pride, naivety, and backwardness. You may get praises from busybodies on social media platform for declining to serve the president, quote unquote, but their naivety also ends there. You know why? That position will have another Kenyan, another occupant who will graciously accept to serve. You wrote a very long nini. That's post number 1. No, yanda ende ya kawere. Chikura chigakwa. Toka homo nyamato 136. Uroche 230. But the entitlement to wate, ura akage to agate 3 million votes to the duo. Ura akage intwe, na wande ba agate 6 million votes. Okwe mincha na kobota na busaigo. Anyway, wone NTSA neche echandeke sana. Now that you're minto or yangere. NTSA ngo siye kwere. That's being sarcastic. One I'm sure. Chara. Perhaps my last post on this. You blow a whistle in parliament against a sitting president. People praise you on social media and call you a hero while serving your first term. You read on that glory to the ballot and lose and call terribly, notwithstanding the huge post within the party. 5 years later, you critique government of the day through activism, then unasimama kiti cha governor, you come distant. 4th position. Your party leader anakutafutia kitu ya kushikilia, as you serve your country with pride, you decline, embarrassing the entire community. Yaani chukura isano chobo governor nkikuhata getoewe ekenene. Isn't that a favor? No nyamusa acha nyamba is graciously serving as chair GDC. Amalinga pesa nane tutiki. First, why that language?
Yeah, because me I'm blunt. Nje Nyakundi, and I think Omogusi go say on the Wednesday on Tegrete. She'll know that by my nature, and very straightforward.
Straightforward, snowball.
Straightforward. What I do, I am usually very straightforward and blunt. And
this is bitterness.
It sounds so, but it's also factual. And I'll tell you why. Sometimes it's a mixture of bitterness and being factual. And I'll give you the reasons. One, kendi yonse keregi asokire chi appointment chini chionse chigosoka gazette notice every Friday kera marieta asokire abagusi bakuri banyoranga musita yo any gazette notice basona ene mitanda ye na kera asenga bantu mugusitara chorukende kera Friday barika Osoro gendoke bakwenda ari banya gwikaranza baragira basoka diria asokire yo ekenegeke. You see, as a community, tuangire chigas chi president isato maragatatu. Vincent Kemusia kaiwe gasi obu ambassador go chikana aga decline atabanenke. Millicent Omanga kaiwe Nairobi Commission. Nairobi iga akatabanenke. Akanga. Timothy Bosire Oirwe egasi yobo chairman boa NTSA, and I wanted to clarify what non-executive means. It is a legal term. Naenda wanta wange manje understand. Eye tilikoba muna area kobe elective by shares muna area Kengen, where members of the shareholding company, because these are limited a company limited. Yeah, I mean it's a corporation by government formed by through statute. So when you're a non-executive chair, you are actually the chairman. Ideally, chairman here body school. BOM chair. Na yo kurangiri mekutano. Na yo kuamua. So why I say that is because of this.
Before we proceed, a non-executive director is a member of a company's board.
Exactly.
Of directors.
Exactly.
Who does not hold an executive office.
Exactly. Executive.
Non-executive directors act as independent advisors and are not responsible for the day operations of the company.
There is no chairman who is ever responsible for the days running of a company. That is why he's a non-executive, because you have a DG. That is the same position Lee Kinyanjui served. Akamago Chiakarani of governor. Lee Kinyanjui Oromo CS Bonoiga served. Uhuru appointed him when he was president in 2013 or 17 thereabout. Agatarach Kobomo governor on Nakuru. Lee Kinyanjui served as a chairman. You can check. Igalia NTSA. Akarikaba yuko yo proper. NTSA ninki. National Transport Authority, Security Authority, whatever. That body nere register, National Transport Safety Authority, nere register chigari chonsi cha Kenya. Gari ende onsi yobugata jakundi ere owned by National NTSA, National Transport Safety Authority. Aiga Nairobi. They have a portfolio of 5 billion shillings. 5 billion shillings. Bakorika bantu abange proper. Omwakoyo, they are reviewing even the status, the formations of the image of the number plates, maybe they because of NTSA. If we got employees every year, bakorika. Baso apara, dibata rekorika bantu which goes apara. You know, when there are issues, chair transport, speeding, it is NTSA that does that. It's mandated. It's under actually. Initially, I think the Ministry of Interior. I think it went back to the Ministry of Transport.
Of course, there
is a DG.
Okay.
A DG never oversee because never executive. However, the board sits. Why T propose a DG implement. That is why a chair must be non-executive. But the most important thing as we speak right now, a member ya board ya NTSA na propose to Lilian Mogendi kurutabaka South Mugrango. And I can tell you the effect she's done, even in terms of our young people. It is immense. In fact, I remember she called me. Such kind of proposal. Sometimes it's not just about being selfish. Ukora community ngaki opposition yeye. Nyora abana batano nguchikolika. Kalo lia so tali aligeta iko yabange sana. Akaserve for 3 years akasoka. It is you. How do you consider that a small post when it's 5 billion? But
maybe as a lead was a big post. As a team, it's a small one.
Good, but you have to start from somewhere.
We define things differently.
We appreciate that. But now, it puts, again, the bitterness, it puts our community in an awkward situation. Kind of, we can ask the president the following day, Give me another community that does that oftenly, like we've done. We've turned to be activists. We yani activist. And I know the story. Yeah, Timothy Bozira wanted. I think they had a negotiation with Mugaka Raila, and they wanted to be the minister for Treasury because he's also qualified, and that is true. But unfortunately, Mugaka Raila kamatebia ejinaire opio wandai. Akamatebia apply for PS position, which is now second. He did not apply. Akanga go apply. Akatebia go apply. Then later they said there are top parastatos here Kenya. Chiaba Kengen, Chiaba NTSA, KPA, echinichi parastato chikwate budget yabo, chikorize budget yabo, ora alika abana bagusia bang. These positions are not for ourselves sometimes. It is to help other people. You look at the position you go serve, kwari abantu bagatekemeta as a position you go tebanga. Kingo yetiga abantu nakibako. Because one position yenko and for example they'll take it. And they'll nanita yetu mugaka Ogladis wanga na ito chairman wa EPRA. Tangeti, EPRA has a portfolio budget of about 3 billion.
How did they negotiate?
Negotiate what?
For that particular position,
Negotiate
versus us. Because what you are saying in your argument.
Negotiation.
So maybe in his own right, Nabuate responsibility. Nabuate right here.
Broad based. Raila, magaka Raila nkoreta names. Naruto go propose yale biae. A position ya Timothy Bosire is meant for the party of ODM. Lakini mono by God's favor ODM ekaamua eyeche eyerete gusi. It may appear in Jabono, my opinion, my challenge is this. We've lost it. Keroga na ya nani angete position ya Ghana, we lost it. In fact, Ekero Nairobi Commission, Millicent Yangete. I was lucky to be with the president that evening. Yani, I could read his face. I got a bono. Simutu shikilia, why kange kwa makonegotiate go chigolo. Akante bono inuwa gusina kitoko, nkamu inyuri nkamotenga, akimbariba appreciate, nkonyere, Sagero Josephat. That is why Sagero got that position, because it is there. And he's serving. But here Ghana, we have tried as leaders bagusi komwera so mugambinga utago tuirani gusi. I think he gave up. Want to tell you.
Now let me ask you that. Did you essential go address it Mosketi Motibosire? Essential go address it Millicent Omanga na Kemusi.
It's a culmination of events.
You could have mentioned all of them in your posts.
But you are saying,
I'm
telling you, it's a culmination of events. When we first declined on the first one, I just thought it's an isolated case. When we declined the second one, I also noticed, Josephat Sagero, let me just ignore. When it is now the third one, it puts us in an awkward situation in a community.
And go address collectively, not to target one person.
Lawrence, we are different. I opted to act that way this time. I didn't do it last time the way I could have done it this time. It's a culmination of events. And as I've said, 3 times, Montago coming abono na kitore mune community. It is 3 years to elections. Again, this is recurring. How do we mambi to target para? To target chip position. To target guys everywhere. What do you want us to do?
I won't do what the problem.
So what are we supposed to do?
My problem is one. Why address an individual instead of a situation?
Because
whereby to a decline in the gatato, you choose to address Montoyamo.
Exactly.
Is that what personal was saying?
I have told you again, it's a culmination of events. I felt so bad 3 times as a community we display it will display again to take 3 times as a community. Lakini na ba bro mambi chi appointment chi chiko cha na no target. Na no target ankiende. Nto target na ende gasende. Na ambaisa to I looked at this situation. This is a serious parastato. Yani gali ende yonsi para.
Ghana was not serious as an ambassador.
Ghana banto nania kemusia rego cha kokonya maybe bagu etani mbatano was ikomi because he is just an ambassador. The only thing ata kirekorika na banto bali ba ebe staff. Lakini National Transport and Safety Authority Kenya ngima chigari chios nini moko register
the same way kemoshare jo tuwakilisha gano
lakini ene parastate bwate budget this year budget ambassadors na budget ko korani emission
yes so budget
it is less than 100 million but you korani emission we are talking about 10 billion you are going to manage.
Is it about yasa ya UDA na ODM? Because the UDA wing ya lose it, you are not complaining because you look pada se chama. But the other party ya lose it, you want to look better.
No. It's because we are part of the negotiation of the UDA wing. It is a win-win ekero ODM ya to opposition na UDA yato. Ekero mnabaona iga. It was a win for us. Mnomugusi through ODM. It was a win for us.
It was good for us to lose on the other side.
No, but we replaced. Kia Millicent Omanga. We lost the first one. Unfortunately, it was the initial.
So we lost both.
No, we haven't lost both. We lost ambassador. It was the initial stages. We never replaced.
We
very
lost
sad
our
affair.
Commissioner. We replaced
our commissioner na Josephat Sagiro.
Can't we replace this one?
I can tell you. I can tell you. Negasian Kongo lakini. Also, I can't whatever nega can kito fight to replace. See, we can just let it be. Yes. That is how life is. That is how life is. You can't force people to work with government. You can't, and that is a good thing. We only feel bad for the younger generation. And social media or again take 90% of them are the ones in my inbox. Yoku abusa wono oro chine renke lakini uko ndikira inbox nga mugambi ndikiri gas na wanyane yoku abusa na wanyane yoku bugoli rungu na wanyane yoku kore supermarket. NTSA could have employed you. NTSA this year is good March unda angeli March NTSA because inchengo karanza bunga I know they have an extra budget of 10 billion. March because of the accidents iko kore kana Kenya ngima they are going to employ 1800 people. Ekertu abwa tomo chia manumo gusi apa sayamba nga baro kuli permanent and pensionable ruta abo mobeta abo ombe ege yase yebe nkete benke enke out of 1800 timu dosira rego chako tokonya abana 200 gose 300. Don't you think permanent and pensionable? Don't you think
timu dosira go chiko sawa gusi sawa Kenya
kera obisi ore mune obisi ya nende timu adikabira no mugusi abagusi mbugate kera obisi ore ekarakali na bantu bamino o enjira nero gokora ibintu byao ago serve Kenya yes lakini out of 1800 na bar ko kando akonya abana 100 abande chikabira chindi
basically what you are saying gelinga
chi community chigasi chito chikonyora as a community
so to soda
to chikuirwane
ntu awene to konyora bo CS bonde
ngotebete was yes.
Oh, PS what that anyway.
Yes.
Yeah, you're right.
Was yes in 2 even under Uhuru government, we just had one CS. and you see, in as much as to whatever CS, like they say, CS it is good for a profile, but also look at the parastato. CS yobo. No, is employing, is doing some other things, and is serving for the community. But there are some parastatos that are even more and serious parastatos that really community. When we get positions, Lawrence, we get positions by virtue of our tribe.
Development in a favor.
Unfortunately, a system equitable, but unfortunately the system munere no nyene constituency yago aye Lawrence no constituency yago mubunge nero kwa mu direction na kia koregas. That is how the system is. Let's not pretend about the law to tebania kene turgiranti amaiso inche Osoro kwa amona ngaki lero tianko abechibesa munianko chibesa tianko abenya mondo ninje ngwamwa. That is how the law is. That is why the system is. The law is not that way, but that is how the system is. As it is right now,
we ignore the law
a president,
the system.
But unfortunately, that's how the system is. No, in America, you got a President Trump na bet sworn in. Immediately, an executive order. That is how the system is. You cannot reinvent the wheel and pretending I want to into development. You see, let me tell you, Nyakundi, the questions we need to ask ourselves. To currency the to guarantee amaiso. As we stand right now, tote bruto nto taitega sinde onzi onya talibo CS onya talibo PS nto taitega sinde to Osoro soke buna chief whip amote ngaye mugambi uyu ntue tukanyete serikali ya mutwe age ya miaka 3 ntukutagite. Is that the language you want us to discuss? That all of us are out, then who is in for 3 years atigaire? Why is it that bakekero Ruto arenge kuburi chikura aganyete baka 1 year to elections, 5 months to election akamagutware chama? Because political realignments happen the last year. They don't happen midway. You cannot pretend to know anything in politics midway. You will get tired. Njena achandegete the last term sana in that government. You again want to push me out then what?
Nobody's pushing you out. We're discussing community masters. Now, let me ask you this more on this issue mwaka bosira. Nchirendete ilikuwa kuma address. Ngona kuna nesi mi mote mwaka ngo kororo bobe tiango tebi gana binte bire gana imanyete no ndema okore gana bokwenda. Did you have to do that?
That's what I've told you. It's a culmination of events. I acted the way I felt I should have acted.
Do you think you owe him an apology?
For what? For calling him out for embarrassing the community? I'll still call him out even here. That this position we hold are for the community. When you take these positions, you need to ask ourselves, Ankyo, Mogusiara Choru, Nandange, Naki president Gotorora.
But
for the next 3 years. Namba ibere. No, Okara body this worry. Namba ibere body. Wuno mogaka. At 70, what other executive role am I supposed to serve in government? No, and someone don't carry about 17 carries, no, about 60, 50s, no, by every chairman, we've been taking the negari, say to Wakoran. Now, my summer news, I'm not taking Rabaka in Pau. So, what can I wrote a Koran and TSB? Achako Nekesaku. I have no apology on what I told him because I feel you have total entitlement. We should stop this entitlement thing. Nyoregento beka magoro ime dilikuwa soire ime negotiate for more when you are inside. Why would you embarrass the entire bono mambi na kitoko chiko negotiate pa chairman buganda bugwa muguse na kitoko rokana apply re. How do we look like to rabe minchi to target to korre bike bono ekiekene ngai kare ekiekene nkereke ngai kare no na aba ikoya bago they still go behind the scene. Most of the Aisha Jumu atarenge minister koru Malindi oiro bo chairman wa Kenya Roads Board nkia tate renga bo chairman yo bonje ntai tiyo no Kenya na beto mo minister. She is serving there, then tomorrow something better will come. Eliudo walo tarengo mo minister akaruhusiwa akabeko bo deputy head of public deputy tatrikorokana.
No, are in charge of government delivery. Basically, are in charge of ministries. He deputizes the delivery unit as a circle.
Well, so you are actually as a national treasurer of ODM, your party felt that is what you deserve. But for the community, I feel because of the image of the community.
So you agree with the party?
Because I fully agree with the party on that one. 5 billion, and after this year 10 billion. Parastato, employment, chigari, hapana. Ati chigari chikuru ngombe chikwetra asende. Asenda konya bana. Asenda alika bantu. Kiagara nchini mbuga chibesa. Because ideally that's what I imagine Bosira's reasoning then. That you know me, I have money, I don't want this job. It is not sometimes about you. Legally community ngaki ngochinde ko rent yes office Bosongo. Ngochinde ko rent yes office Nyamira. Ngochinde ko rent yes office Nyansiongo. When I push for that, abana baitu ngolikande ngokonya the community. You know, like now, ntubugate mo CEO o National Land Commission. Oyo terminator kuru Nyandoro. By virtue of that position, no mo CEO Nyandoro.
Yes.
With Otachi ba bugatanire because Otachi na mo chairman, they are now devolving chiobis to chia land. Gusi ba be create a budget Nyanza region ngusi. Nga riba land office ko to ka Bosongo ka batare ko be ka Kenya. But I kopeka somewhere, I think Keroka, but I kopeka go say, you know, that kind of places, so that they devolve Nyamarambe, and that is why we benefit as a community. Bakopeka bisi area, ngoli kabara bana bayia, bana bago kuturigerenga ndigiriga sinone yokuabusa, you know, but what are we here? We want to celebrating her. Aine hiro kuangire Ruto. So what? Bisi elio sinkonyorena na no monto mongao alikabanto onyeta kwa mugusi to umire, you know, and that is what it is because I am sure the way we've displayed ourselves bono teatro aganya.
Ila kuna sana yule chat gari chuma kuraga chinsa is enye chebon mambia. I want us to talk about this one. Voice because I felt it's very important to talk about it, but rende tikishani wale wanaishughulikia ntoraisanira ntorebanga ntoraba tayari and ntori gochukua word for president. How do you know for sure for president? I am beyond the 35 years. Can't run.
I can also run.
Yes, why not?
But you get me. I think people picked that message differently. Let me put it the way I ought to have put it. Ojimna nkaranstega nyakundi. Turigarante nae. Mugisite yote bila nkobolia president. Muna nojim tukaransitega. It is 3 years to elections. Bogirango abantu bali batari kobolia bunge nimbaroje bagonjo kanana. Bonchari abantu bali bakobolia obo jumbe including aye. Ninkoroje konja kwaendekere weekend ya matanga. Kunya kuoroka. Now, bakabali bagoteba mbali kobolia babugate national stature. Bali bakobolia no nebirogo bi international. Unekere kia Raila Odinga okobolia boesi UC chairman. Kere weekend no are Kenya como rorole mna mono muiso no are ngebogere sobo taliko miss. Oroka otara. Bo president Nyakundi mboli koligigu through saying etotakere to be very strategic. Inche kwanza for the record nkaranzetega na ne torigirani. Nyoro mugusiore serious. And I mean serious koboli chikura. Serious, you display seriousness. Tinko kambo. Njetini kujiko kambo. Nyoro mugusiore serious. Ogoncho takana na Kenya. Rute kerata keto koboli o president. Niga arenge rallies every. Bako muntu ikaranzete. Baka bona ke ikaranzete kero western yare. Naturally. Kokora magendra naturally. Naturally because ekero ke nkiri kwena nuwa. Eki kuligikwa. Nkirigi ontigera agatigera onde. It is not a gamble. Ege kuligigwa. You cannot tell me nga asenari ndengereti obukumobokuru obobole chikoni goso obumonto yo ejirani karabo tigara kidi nindengereti ko chimoino omwana ominto na charuge ndengereti. As at now what I said mogusita yo obeire tayari ko boli kura. That's what I said and I am ready to be challenged. Mogusio yo ko boli kura tenga ya ninche ngoso kande na atalire na umiranire na nyarebe na onchokane na and because you have to make a network. Let me tell you, let's not hype ebi into then tobe maambi na maambiende toje kwe question nke kitu wale wakora. As we speak right now, kaya na igura magata yanga pengine mwana mento Fred Matiang'I na rekoboli chikura. Fred Matiang'I is in the US. As we speak right now, I spoke to him last week when he was leaving the country. And that is the truth. Kagocha baada ya meeting sita na acha confirm kiagara. He told me he'll be out for 6 months again. Amagocha. He was in Nairobi for a month. Akachie nyangi yo mwana oye. Akagenda omusani oyo kwete gatondo. Akagenda omusani oyo isiriti omwana akagenda matanga. Agacha Kabera Karen. Saturday acha Lavington SDA airana. Akakora matukaye ochire US. Kamuboli mugambi naki. Are you really serious that you are running so that we see how to maneuver ourselves right now? Tobe strategy to manyangaki. The only time to take it exit. Onya nko exit no yankuru ya serikali. It is usually the last year. It's not the second year. It's not the third year. It's not the fourth year. But you cannot run campaigns via remote. I am only imagining a remote running a campaign on social media. Because if it is true, that is what he told me on phone.
That?
Are we really meeting and running this seat?
But you not attend the meeting he called for members of parliament, Babusi?
That is why he called me. And that's why I've told you, he called me. I am also a member of parliament from Kusi.
Yeah, you never attended that meeting.
That's what I've told you. He called me. He called for a meeting and members of parliament actually, and then let me tell you, they told him we wanted to have a meeting now, members of parliament. You see, sometimes forget about even the members of parliament. Chikule kigwe ground nyakundi. Na wanyano muntu kubuli chikula bugiranga bona ni ground yale. Ground na raia. Igurende. Onyo mogusi. Talinga troisanera. Tobuga ati monto bono iga. Ore tayare. Talinga troisanera. Get it right because na inchi nite ko president in future. So let's put words straight. Ntra nyora as it is right capacity. Now. Of course we have. We have utmost capacity. We have area capacity na illegal watu kan kumetinga ngaidia kuano, and I'll challenge you to play it anywhere I said we have no capacity. I didn't say something like that. We have capacity to run. We have capacity to lead the country. We have capacity to become great leaders of this nation. But right now we have no candidate. Confidently oncho candidate Kenya ngima ogotara obwate chirali na wanyen Kalonzo koboli chikura ngote maro enda bokamba so boli yuka every month. You cannot tell me ngangi majini ngan nkoranga kabeire nkorande nyarebe se TV na wanyen yujini wa maro ngote maro kunyo gunchuka na nombo saigo bwana to kuebisa. Then we imagine somehow nchini nganjire ngocha wakirwe kura from somewhere. Bono it cannot be. Na ende bono nebe kene nyakundi tianda ko boli diswari tote bono ne kene. What are you supposed to do? So because I imagine mwana mento na karase gete kuchikura ko boli chikura as it is right now ntame koru serikali ntebi migo tamana koru serikali kiagara ikenege ken tochi tokanye guchimutwe.
Maybe you clarify this.
No, but in me. One I walk with me, Changa Yoguchi. Now, about the other day. Walk with me, Changa Yoguchi. Get to Agatamere, okay? Bonoiga, Bachi, Munabu, Karatua State Logica, nobody, Mutuari, my currency. The president came with a Kugorakan, nobody. Into my torch, what I say Toga. When I say Toga, or the Alcohol Kura Bocho, President Montabangina. Namamuna, Koran Kobo, Ballet, or Hammer, Maricoboria. Sorry, I'm Bell, Babuga. And this year, that last week, Karaka Kamabuko, again, and the new Kamabuko was a Otomania to me. Talk about Mogoko. About to was about together. About to buy the table, about what are you, knowing you more from Wickers de Radio. And if you ever said it, Honor Mogoko, Vegeta Kamabuko, or Vegeta, get the Mobuko, you get it? Also, you come up also, Oganyo, President Yakena. Siasa eras mo beka kamu nuskari, kan boardroom. Mo beka kamu nuskari, no mo buko go chule pinya. Abantu mako kwena, mabio ke kuchimuto. Asama ono yo monto mungwano yoro. Lega asi enkongo mungsa. Dia to mo support ko sento kore, to nyole bite bionsi beta kirega. Ere bia ko sere bobe. Lazima tu ake sabu. Bona tu tsiai. Mai tumu abanda mwizo ko bwati kwanza ko rubo yali. Bakwe mincha naenda maenda butuko ba matenga toya naenda bage
nga bunte bere to capacity
ntobuga ati stogochi
nga inte bete to capacity
tayari
exactly. And I have challenged you king karanze tega nyange president kurugusi o kwane na munu oyo yanga ki nchengo na abana ba minton supporting ko bolindo president nga ngomonto yamo.
Number 2 whatever ndu ba resources chira kole campaign
good na ona tebete ngaki olimo kwana oimoko imagine tari ngatebaiga tari nga resources yo ngatenga ngaki obugate resources kiri kobeka engiti mubuko. My friend ntonga inana, and that is the truth. Politics onya turu kutumia resources kuonchokana na Kenya ngima because onya turasokera in public kokwana ngoboliro chokirari igo kiogokora ngayore. The only way you prove about resources is through moving around the country. And around the country means kena Meru, kena Nyeri, kena Mombasa, Rema, tenina kabisa kuana teba nganchenko bondi de chikura ntai to koragento gete ntai to koragento abantu bukanke bako tenga ai mwana yominto ta totali re around yeye nkuira tore. Lakini imagining to ikaranzite ga I have given you a challenge. Point yebune na teba nga as it is right now ntra muntu tayo tebe nkubola chikura mwama watenga ena tenga muntu tayo what capacity. Did I say something like that? I just said muntu tayo onoiga otanga nkamako baboli ngaitogochi nkamako bainyoliga omuntu tu ari gutamira abantu tu arenge kwachikura gusika kokoryo myake ya maira no mundu roche bono iga na wakonya kwebera Ruto bono iga turiga whether no komungaina bako mungaina ntutare kumanya lakini enjeri bako ne komungaina whichever to amwe no komungaina banyora amagendero banyora chi appointment ya serikali baigwega ke bate bambuya mono tie tutwire matenze aya abuno otware guchi ngaito guchi bono iga tuwe minchire ntutagetiru
to kubanga minta
okay leta bono nje tindiko bo president nje Osoro mbekero muntu ga okobori president ekaranse ga orre gose ni mupinge ai karanse akwana no munwa na enda asoke acha go campaign ningo so what is the hype and who's about why are we making onye koko te Matiang'I US yar mwakire simikuruga mubori kare US mubeke record kera no EGSFM ikere everywhere abaka US mubori ngaki twaigura abantu bagote naye batagete ndiyo gocha gosoka gutangaza kutaendegera mutebiga woncho kana ne country starts early mondo ta ko ngaina nganganyete towards the end Ruto ni gaja geto campaign 2018 kama ete ngochira ko bori chikura 2022 aga woncho kana gote bakakara kutanga why chikure chikorikigu bono igare western yakona chemesi umagocha gote yo muntu ori bwe mesinga umuntu nakarenka imagine tio kare US yogocha 2027 abori chikura
igogo disapprove candidate
I am saying muntu taiyo otangasire obo president korugusi tinda disapprove kogo tenena kago tangasa arafu oro ki serious na ende nje ndiko chinaso nyakundi ninche na tebetio mogusi Ruto nko irare mugampinga enjere bakonda mabono iga I am the same person na tetio bantu nkonda turiroche mugatenga yani Ruto abwe serikali abwe ba Matiang'I abwe babo Uhuru na ero bugete by the way for some reason ebintu biringo jina kuona abantu bachaya barama bamagara lakini aroneke na kuanire baadaye ebintu na kuona ebi county gocha abantu lakini haro Osoro ndoche na gatotebiri as it is nkabatebi ngaruto nkobare president nabono iga nabatebiri onde tayo tangasire bo president korugusi amonto oteba ko bo president Kalonzo igobono na ngangeru kutumbuka Kalonzo aya muma wandenga Osoro tatageti mogusi gentoki no mogusi kagocha liria tangasire gotenena will again observe a campaign abesire stobokonye
a campaign is to campaign
of course that's my you see togo tuara to kopa muno uri tate ko bori ayoko ne komera village elders ba say no ngai ko no president yoko bori it can't be that way you will need a display national stature osikwe that is why na karu tare ko bori chikura abantu ari gutara barombara babo Osoro njeno tini musigisi njeno mugusi obogori babo ndindi nyoro obogori babo Kimani Jungo obogori abantu babo Mohamed Ali so that you appear having a national stature to amago strategize botuko until such seriousness is displayed injeti nkogambo my friend tingo tugutanga bono nga engombe nere ya minte gocha kore tuganga bono ti saba mabere ye jirani bono iga mabere ye jirani na ronko saba inywe engombe yaito ke gocha na ende eri isi kabisa ero kinga nero ngoso lakini bono iga yogo te engombe yaito US yere
okora mabere gosoko lisi ngombe
bono iga US yere nga inko iriskuru chikule chikuri kuna remote tata nyakundi remote control
for the record please tell on Osoro the CEO National Commission is Kabale Tache and not Nyandro is the Chief Registrar of Lands at the Ministry of Lands so for the record it's good to clarify that one
Chief Registrar
okay
nyakundi ntebye president bono iga support musi I am still taking you back. I'm out there. Oh, tata kita bagusi. Orame nga.
Wait, I'll declare. So don't.
Oh, na I was declare.
I'm going to declare. Janando qualified. Why not? Ask Osoro why not ask him about the director in TSA was gazetted by Mukomen. Did you protest? Abantu ba bere totebe generally. Abantu ba bere affected serikali one way or another. We've seen you not protest the way you're protesting.
No, I protest, but mtobwati na mechandra y'abantu bakeiko bagusi. Kara wana wami ntobwati chigasi abandi bago chibebi sambali kutaka mugusi yo manyanga na haro. Aho kaganga ngo chigaro chandwa. Some of them eba ito chitwa bamanya ekera barure serikali. Okonyoro mugusi na aro very senior government official uligetu kare otirire arabuye kakivi yake oikire igoro. Akuebisa. Togo baadaye togo chako Rianya orire mechando.
Nalio goto.
Nalio ngake ndocho mugusina arengega. But we really nyasayo to konye into what position almost every side. No matter Director General Joint Parliamentary Service Commission no musi. Nyandiere. Joint Parliamentary Director General Senate and National Assembly. Nyandiere. Mungono muyasa na Clement. And so many others. But my point back na eneta rekoteba. Let's not sit and wait endorsement. Ine roda badon ko irana. Omo ndras maoro ki interest, personal interest first. Ka koro ki personal interest. Personal ambition. Maete ego chaka nkopoka mambi mbugate personal ambition nkopo ni chikura bugirango. Ego chakiraye. Na ma koni e vision ko chasande. Kalibo sa ego nga maete na etuta itobe president. Na etuta ketobo mobunge. Ko nga inuure. Arafu ikaranza kwaganya endorsement. Ngabono maete nganye tenche ko ba endorsed. Let me give you something. Maete ntori twense privileged. Mungono Uhuru Kenyatta, former president, Orine Prince. He is a privileged kid. Akinete so bogaria sa kinete lietali nenelia ise. Yande bakeka roko soka tubusa hiyo. Abantu banchite omuchio yo skuru sobo. Then talimonto reko soka ko campaign. That is why he had to have people campaigning. Akari baba William Ruto na ro guoncho kana nyoteli maraga ko nalify elections. Omonto oncho kana nete Kenya gima William Ruto. Otherwise onye tali William Ruto ruta Uhuru ari gocha kuikaranza ngaganye tenga bona abantu banganjite tari gocha konyora kura chiringo cha kubugwa arenge. What happens is this: our brother Fred alaneti siasa chia ikuru ase Uhuru. I learned to advise him, if he is serious of running ta ikaranza abwe kana Uhuru ngabona aganye to abantu mbare basigete bagocha ku campaign ya ege nteke ege kurigigwa na ndege kurigigu ne chinguru no boremu no borro sokaga onchukana na kabiri gatatu boli challenge
wana mwachakiro nini itakana ntoraba ntorebanga
no montara ko taibo iko.
Why don't you say that there's ability in this one?
But that's what I've told you. It is personal. Why do you want me to see the possibilities in you? It is you to see yourself first as a leader. Onchukana ne lakini let me tell you njoma nje na very driver ya yawa bageri mamaite maite siasa ne nkora sana because no nyere tritu ro campaign tu kwa kuchitia gas my friend kera asito tebunga karuga ana mintombare my friend bara oncho kana ga jogoro dia katia gas ya kama gaje umontai bisenyaro to ko moranaende because some of these things it go kora strong. Some of us appear to bare mu in na maiso abantu bare nkora sitale bagwa appear bare mu lakini deep inside them na wantu kitabobo serious challenges bari kunyara. And I have seen several people. So, angabono igono che binte mokota nga abductions. Ne binte ibinde. A serious candidate. Angabone kwalenge embu bwate rali kota binte into kwanja. Marako baba skali bache mwako bakota ingankieke bakokore strong. You know, that is how campaigns are done. Not gamble. Nje to konta iga gamble ngabono. Bono okobo kuboli nyakundi ebo president igo no example. Aye
ena bana bolo president.
Yes. Okobo kuboli ebo president bono nyakundi. Yono nje bono igan 3 years to elections ntike kasi ane abunge bono ngotogi no we have to nebanga ne kene ngobori ore bono to kuikato to tebaniga ai tolendere kore serikali bono ai kana gutigara abu kana maintain paka 2027 tigaye onya gotogi serikali turanyora kene bono to gosoka 20p onya ne kene 20p. Does it mean to ba isolated to NCP migosiaru serikali osoraru serikali kero montaru then what up igusire en Kenya ose tiga onya go kominyoka emenyoka ngo join
de kabiro chise chamambe Honorable Silvanus Osoro. Thank you very much na tore tukolege.